Greetings, one and all. How you all doing? How you 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 doing? Yeah, she's back. Back again. Tell a friend. Says she's back. Yes, she's back. Leash is back. Leash is back. Leash is back. Leash is back. Just having one of them moments. Get me? Sunday live stream, 6 o'clock Medea. Wagwan people. Wagwan, wagwan. Can I see your comments today? I don't know. See who's online. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure. Big shout out. Ooh, yesterday. What a day. What a day, man. What a day. What a day. And it's like, it was just the best Saturday I've had in a while. So thank you those of you who have joined. I'm here, as promised, 6 o'clock. Regular Sunday slot live stream. What she been up to for the last 7 days. What she learned. I haven't come to shout at nobody. Not going to be reprimanding nobody in that respect. It's not what I do. So cheers, one and all. Get comfy for 10-15 minutes. I'll spend some time with you all. Thank you so much for those of you who joined. Manners, respect, manners, respect. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. I'm sure some of you may have seen my live from last week and just thought, yeah, it's not like me. She's normally smiling. She's normally in a good mood. But I don't know if the rest of you have found energy is off with some people at the moment, is the word I'm going to use. You're not sort of matching. You know, you're misfiring. You're missing each other. And I go to spiritual readers. I go to astrologists. I speak to different people about the different areas and different elements of life, not just my life, but of life and the universe and everything that's happening. And I've been looking at someone's post lately and they've been resonating with me so much, saying that as a woman, you have to recognize your feminine energy, which is something I've been struggling with. And even men have been saying women are powerful. They don't realize how much power they've got. And once they learn to harness and utilize that power, you're unstoppable. And they've really been battling with this because they've been using the word feminine. And I'm like, what does it mean to be feminine? This doesn't make sense to me. Does that mean like I've got to wear skirts and makeup? And you get me? I'm just like, I'm struggling, help. But it's more to do with language and the way I come across. Sometimes my assertiveness can be come across, I suppose, as aggressive. You know, my passion for certain things can piss people off. Let's just keep it real. And it is literally about the way you say things. But with everything that's been going on and what we've been shown and what some of us are absorbing, I think it's actually quite a dangerous time for some people, because they're looking at what's been happening in the media, in the press, what's been happening on the socials, and they're absorbing lots and lots and lots of information. But what I don't think they're doing is giving themselves time to process everything that they're seeing, everything that they're hearing, everything that they're being told to do. And it becomes very discombobulating. It can push you into a place of anxiety. It can push you into a place of like concern and worry. And the worst state scenario there is push you to a place of fear, where you're fearful to start doing stuff. You're fearful to say stuff. You're fearful. And that's what I've discovered over the last 7 days is I've learned to pick up a mirror. So when I'm talking to people or when I'm having a conversation with someone, there are elements of it where I'm saying something, but I'm holding the mirror up to myself. So I'm being reflective in regards to what it is that I'm saying. So I might be advising somebody to take a certain step or to go a certain direction with their permission, not forcefully, but in regards to a suggestive idea. But then, like I've been saying in the past, maybe I should take my own advice. So when I'm pointing a finger at somebody else, sometimes I go, oh, hang on a minute. let's not blame the other person. Let's not try to put how I'm feeling onto somebody else. Let me hold up a mirror and see what it is that I'm doing to contribute to the problems, to the issues, to the situation, to whatever it is, to why people misfire. And it does get to a stage where you try and you try and you try and you try with some people, yeah? And you wonder why you're trying. Like, what is the ultimate outcome? Where is it that I'm going to get to by having certain conversations, certain interactions, going to certain places? Is it actually going to be beneficial, not just to me, but to the other person or to the group of people? Like, we don't just do stuff and not benefit from it and the other people not get value from it. It's got to be a two-way street. And this is what I've realized this week, predominantly about myself, is that I don't align with everybody's idea of who I should be, what I should say, the way I say it, when I say it. I'm not for everybody, and everybody is not for me. This is the realness. This is the real world. This is not a fake scenario we're dealing with. This is just a pragmatic, logical, and non-emotional way of looking at certain things. And I have pushed out some stuff on my socials lately that some people are not always happy with. It doesn't align with them. And what I do love is that those people are brave enough or confident enough, secure enough within themselves to actually come and say to me, why did you post that? Or what's that all about? Can you tell me more? And I think, great. We're all here to educate, all here to share, all here to learn. And it opens up beautiful conversations a lot of the time offline. You know, eventually some people may just be more than just a conversation. They might turn into a friend or someone who you conversate with over a really long period of time. And you don't even have to use the word friend or put what it is you're doing into a bracket, because it's naturally just moved into a place where both people are comfortable. You're learning about each other. And over the last year or so, 6 months, a year, but definitely over the last year, I've interacted with a lot of people socially. And a lot of people that I've stumbled across, most of the people that I've stumbled across, are actually really receptive to learning, hearing about somebody new, you know, and just getting to know people in it. It's called social network. Okay. Some people go too far. Some people don't do enough. And it's just finding out the differences between all of us and whether that, you know, it aligns with where we're going and what we're doing and who we are. So this week, I have been fortunate enough to be part of my book launch yesterday. Really hectic day, because I try to plan stuff, but then time always goes against me. And I was in a moment of being like really celebrating, like being on the launch, seeing everybody else's faces. We couldn't see the attendees, so it was a bit weird, like not being able to see everyone, but knowing that they can see us. So I really appreciate those of you who registered. I appreciate those of you who actually really did support by just being there and, you know, put your comments in and, you know, your questions, and got to know us all so much more offline rather than just what you see from us socially. So I'm going to go and jump onto Facebook quickly so I can see your comments, because while I'm sitting here, it doesn't actually show me the comments on the StreamYard, which is very, very annoying. Sorry, my phone is gone a little bit tilted. Let's sort that out. See it there, see it there, see it there. So for those of you who have joined and stayed and continued and watched, and thank you so much indeed. It's been a real tough week. It's been bittersweet. I'll be honest. It's been real bittersweet. As much as I'm celebrating, feels like a few people have like taken away from the moment. like right when I'm in the moment. And there's something that's made me quite wary, or that my family and people who said they were friends or friends, and it's about my reactions. Let's just put it that way. People wait for me to be in a good mood before they tell me news, whether it's good or bad news. I'm not really understanding that, you know, so just in case I react badly. So some people this week especially, they've waited until I've been at the highest of my high, in the happiest point in my mind, in my heart that I can be. And they've kind of gone, oh, she's in a good mood. Let's say what we've got to say, because that means she won't snap our head off, or that means she won't get angry, or that means she won't react in a way that makes everybody feel uncomfortable. And I'm assuming that that's something I now have to work on, is that I don't want anyone around me to feel that they have to wait for me to be in a good mood, or what they consider to be a good mood from what they see, before they give me, information. That's unsettling. So that's what I've learned. Last week was about delivery. It was about tone, as in regards to voice, the words we say, the way we say it, the impact it has on others. And then this week I've kind of gone, right, okay, so don't be too happy, or don't be too sad, or, be more approachable, basically, is what it boils down to. Be more welcoming, more warm. And if people don't sort of feel that from you or get that, then just to accept that they're not for you. And just keep it moving, quite frankly. And my final thought, before I disappear, because I did say I was only going to be here 15 minutes. So my final thought is, how would you like to be portrayed or spoken about when you're not around? That's something I have to consider, something I have to ask. Because certain viewpoints that I may have about empowering a certain community, or empowering women, or helping children feel empowered, somehow some people have a problem with the way that I go about it, or who I affiliate with. And the words that they've been using around me very lately have not been very nice. They've been saying that I instill hatred, I cause divide, and they think I am racist, and that I discriminate. Not just against, I don't know. I discriminate against everyone, basically. Not just a certain type of person, or a certain type of individual, where they're from or where they're going. And it's been very unsettling. It's been very hurtful, really and truly, to actually be considered and to be introduced to other people using those types of words. Oh, be careful what you say around her, she might be racist. Oh, be careful what you say around her, because she has friends that we don't know about, or she does a lot of discriminating, and she judges and talks and gossips behind people's back, and she slanders people in groups. That's not the way I want to be introduced to the world, or to people who don't know me, really. I'd prefer if individuals made up their own opinions, rather than taking the word of somebody else and then believing that. Really, that's what it boils down to. What they've tried to do is unbalance me, and I am not someone who is unbalanced easily. I'm very much grounded. I know where it is I come from. I love my family for what it is they've instilled in me throughout my lifetime, and what they will continue to instill in me, as the next generation comes up, as my niece and nephews and my cousins and that are around me, as they come up, I will always be learning. So my final thought in the last few seconds while I'm here is that if anyone ever tells you that they can't learn anything from you, step away from them. That is a very big warning sign. That's them telling you there and then, right at the beginning, that they don't respect what it is you say, because they can't learn from you. Nothing you'll ever done, nothing you'll ever do will surpass their learning. They will always know more than you because they can't learn from you. And I think that that's a terrible place of ignorance for people to be in, where they say that they are not receptive to learning or they can't learn from each other. I learn something new every day, even if it's about myself. So I will never, ever look at any of you and say there's nothing you can teach me. I actually look forward to the lessons that we do teach each other, to the education, to the interaction. So much love, one and all. Thank you again for those of you who have purchased the copy of the collaborative book, Life in a Lockdown 2020 Behind Closed Doors. Thanking you, just for allowing you all to see what was behind our doors a little bit and what was a little bit in our hearts and how we all felt. And we are all, as the authors, very much grateful for, all of the inspiring words and comments and feedback. And it's made it all feel really worthwhile, that I've managed to leave a little bit of a legacy for after I'm not here, basically. You know what I mean? I'll be remembered in my chapter. So thank you very much to Dee, who gave us that opportunity, who came up with the idea, and V. And thank you to Marcia Spence Publishing and the other 21 authors, or 20 that I haven't mentioned also. It's been an amazing experience. It's a bit of a roller coaster ride. It has its highs and it has its lows. And I'm just really grateful and proud to be part of something that I feel that's changing and inspiring. So thanks one and all. Like I said, it's been bittersweet. It's been a bittersweet. So gonna keep it upbeat, keep it happy, keep it smiling, and keep it moving. Keep it positive. It's always love, guidance, protection, love always. Be kind, be mindful, and as long as you're not hurting others, then it's been a good day. And if you have hurt somebody, then don't be ever too big to apologize. Learn from it and try not to do that again. Namaste. Peace, blissful love and light. Rastafari.